Hey guys, today is May the 7th of 2014. I want to go over the euro dollar and just give you my opinions and my thoughts. This will be technical analysis on the euro, and I know that this is an educational video only, so please pause the video and read the video disclaimer. Alright, I'm going to be really fast because I got a lot to go over. As you can see in the commitment of trader report, we can see on the net positions, commercial are slightly buying it, and whilst large speculators are selling it, and retailers are just going flat. And this is as the report of the 29th. On the index, it's kind of showing a little more what's going on. It's kind of relating. Large speculators are buying it, and commercial are selling it. And interesting, retail is selling it also. So it's interesting. On the sentiment, it looks like it's pushing lower, and the euro is pushing higher. So that's interesting on the commitments of trader report. If we look at our charts, I got a lot of stuff, so we're going to break it down. From this swing low to this swing high right here, the 75% level, that's the 39.06. That could be your possible support. Plus this angle right here, which could be what the 38.98 could be possible support if it slams down. And this 25% from this swing low to this swing high of the 13th is your 38.93. Crack those two levels, and obviously you're going to hit the 50, which is at 38.62, and the 38.19. And obviously the 37.75. I don't know if it's going to drop that fast, but just showing you more of the key levels, the 75 and the 50 and the 25. But the strongest is 50 from this swing right here. This Andrews pitchfork, it should hold, and if it does not, it could probably be a bear trap, so you got to watch out too, and squeeze everybody out and push higher. So we'll see. But as of now, the May 6th pivot high is holding and is working. According to the May dates to watch. We'll see if yesterday couldn't take it out, so let's see if today the 8th candle will take it out or not, or continue pushing and selling lower. Let's go to our Gunner 24, and if we add our Gunner 24, you can see that before I even go to the Gunner 24, that's another thing I wanted to show you before I forget. Gann swing to the upside. You know what I mean? I try to show you everything. I'm not biased. I'm not bull or bearish. I just follow the price action in the chart and kind of get a sense or the groove or the dance that the euro is doing and try to follow it. So right now, technically speaking, the swing is to the upside. Unless all these levels that I just mentioned break and crack, then this is going to switch. But as of right now, it's strong. So we'll see how it's going to pan out. Let's go here. Wrong. I got to go to my Thinkorswim, then Gunner. Okay, as you can see, that this was resistance right here, and this is kind of like that 30. I always forget this level right here. I got to put my finger somewhere around here. It's like that 30, 39. 39.10. You got to keep an eye on that because that's that 1 by 1 right there. So should be interesting. But you can see that it had a tough time up here, and now it's selling. And if it's going to find support, it doesn't find it on those supports I gave you from the other chart. It's definitely going to find it on this 1 by 1 because look, even if it pierces it, it gets right above it. It pierces it, it gets right above it. It dances right here and crawls all the way up, and it's pushing higher. It hasn't touched it here, but from here it was already defined, so it was pushing higher. Let's see, I got 3 minutes, so I'm doing good in time. All right, so let's go back into our chart over here, and let's go with the weekly. Let's glance this chart. Still strong, above the 20, above the 50. Looked like it wanted to kiss that 39.66, but couldn't do it. Value area high is at 39.20, and it's below it now. Chico avoided these candles, so now it's pushing higher, so that looks good for the bulls. But you're going to have to deal with this, and you're going to have to deal with this. Once we get there, but you got a couple of weeks to get there. So everything is looking strong. Cloud is positive. It's strong above the MOBO band, so it's pretty strong. You're right here, that 39.09 around there, so it's pretty strong. PPS buy signal, so that's looking good on the weekly. If you go on the daily, you're kind of retraced a little bit, found support at this pivot high right here, that 39.04. So obviously, some scalpers are now going to go in there and go long and try to see if they could push this higher. A good entry for bulls. And if you're a bear, you'll probably just be piling on because your possible target would be this value area high of that 38.60, 38.87, and this medium channel right here, that 38.77. And obviously, you're going to break through the mobile band, and then you got the 50. So this is a lot of good support here. You got a monthly pivot right here, 38.26, and you got the 50 SMA, and the point of control right here. There's range from 38.07 all the way to this what is this level? The 37.5%, which is at 38.15. So there's going to be a lot of support. Don't get it twisted. If they're going to have to push this down, there's going to be a lot of bears are going to have to pile up and push it lower to crack through all this support. Very, very, very strong. It was like, it's just stalling, and the bulls are just taking a pause, maybe to get another energy tonight, tomorrow, to possibly maybe push it higher. If we go to our active trader, you can see one by one, it's still strong. Today kind of failed this angle right here, which is that 39.36. Keep and remember 513. That's the 61.8 Fibonacci level within time and price. So it should be interesting when we get there. And for those astro traders, I believe there's a new moon coming up there. New moon or full moon, I can't remember. For those that believe in the cycles of the moon and that affects the emotions and how people behave and all that stuff, then that's something for you too right there. May 13th. Let's move on. And I'm showing you my timing solution. And I'm showing you some support right here also, just in case I didn't show you enough support. 38.31 could be a possible target right here. This pivot low of 38.11, and anywhere between 38.05 all the way to this pivot low 37.76 could be a lot of bulls popping up, because there's a lot of price action within this level right here. Going into I haven't done this in a while, our I don't know what to call it, our Gann dates, square of 9. You can see that I'm using the 4.4 low. You can see the 11th we put a pivot high here. On the 22nd we put a low. On the 30th we put a high. Actually, on the 30th we put like a spike low, but this is kind of like the technical low for the turn. This is just volatility, but I put it there because it's a low. That's a reason why I went that. And May 6th we put a high, and it was right at that grid. 7th we didn't do nothing. And the 11th right here, so this is the 8th vibration level, so it could possibly be a high there. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I'm just showing you what I'm seeing. It could probably retrace and push higher, and maybe make a higher high there, or just be a dud, and maybe probably put a low on the 9th, because there's a low vibration there on the 9th level, or on the 22nd, because you have a cluster already building up on the first vibration level. The 10th, that's a Saturday. So it might probably be void. So possibly maybe the 9th, but we'll see. And if we go to the 13th, March the 13th high, you can see that we put a high here. See, because sometimes it gets inverse. You think it's going to be a low, but it does a high there, and then turns. And then we put a high here, pushed higher, cracked through that high, and it coincides with the March 13th high, which is the high of this year right now. 7th, so 8, you can see that there's a vibration of highs. So I could possibly do a high, or I could possibly do an inverse and make a low. It could go either way, but since it's trending lower, and if it doesn't go higher, it could possibly be a low. So you got to kind of look at it both ways and see that. And I just want to let you know, I've been doing some cycle work on the dollar. Keep an eye on the 12th and the 13th. There's something showing up, man, that is really puzzling to me. The 12th and the 13th. Maybe nothing might happen, but I kind of have a gut feeling that maybe this thing could be a low on the on the dollar, and maybe just change of trend and just shoot up and just continue going up, and maybe the euro's gonna sell. But it's just speculation right now. But I'm gonna definitely be watching the 12th. That's gonna be next week, and obviously the 13th is gonna be a moon cycle. I got a couple of minutes left. I think I went over all the dates, and I'll end it with this. May 6th, got a green because I was forecasting a pivot high. The next date to watch, if it trends lower, will be the 12th, and that's why I have a clusters here, and the 13th. 11th, you got a May here, a square, but I'm leaning more on the 12th. So that's the next day you want to watch. The 7th, it was a sell because of the moon phase, and the next sell, or I guess watch you're going to watch, is going to be May 9th. But those are the days you want to keep an eye on. And I ran out of time. Good trading, make some pips, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on the euro.